So, you've decided to bring your partner to Australia using a Partner Visa 309. First of all, congrats. You're officially on the roller coaster of romance. With a side of paperwork, government suspense, and a lot of staring at your email inbox like it's a slot machine. Every ding from your Gmail becomes a mini heart attack. Is it the visa? A sale from Kmart? Your aunt forwarding a cat meme? Who knows? But let's talk about that infamous diagram the Australian government posts on its official immigration website, the one that gives you a rough idea of how long the 309 partner visa takes to process. Yes, the processing time chart. It's like a weather forecast, but for your love life. So here's the main takeaway. The chart says 50% of applications are processed within 15 months and 90% are processed within 23 months. What does that mean? Well, if you submitted your application and it's been around 15 months, there's a coin flip chance you'll get a decision. But if you're that unlucky 10%, you're probably learning how to say immigration limbo in multiple languages by now. You see, that processing time diagram isn't some magical promise. It's more like a historical report card. Think of it as the immigration department whispering, "Hey mate, in the past, this is how long it took us to sort out this stuff." More or less. Good luck. Now you might be wondering, how do I know where I am in this timeline? Great question. And no, there's no tracking number like your Uber Eats order. You don't get to see your visa crawling across a map saying, "Your case is currently with Officer Karen in Parramatta." But here's what you can do. Log into your IMI account, click on your submitted application, and check the progress. There are stages: received, further assessment, initial assessment, and so on. It's vague, sure, but it's better than nothing. The moment it says finalized, you either jump up in joy or collapse dramatically depending on the outcome. One confusing part is that these time frames can and do change, like your mood while waiting for the visa. The Department of Home Affairs updates the chart regularly based on how long it actually took to process applications in the recent past. So today it says 15 months and 23 months, but tomorrow who knows? Maybe it'll say 18 and 30, or 12 and 20. It's like crypto, volatile, unpredictable, and capable of giving you heart palpitations. Why do these time frames change? Good question. It could be due to staff shortages, global events, increased application numbers, or policy changes. Maybe Jeff from the visa office took long service leave. Who knows? And sometimes, your case might exceed even those 23 months. That's when you really start wondering if your file got lost in a filing cabinet next to an old Vegemite sandwich. But don't worry, there are reasons this happens and ways to avoid it from the start. One major reason is missing documents. Maybe you forgot to attach a translated birth certificate. Or maybe your Form 888 was signed by your uncle while he was half asleep. Or you uploaded photos to prove your relationship. But one of them was a selfie with your ex. Oops. Other times, it's security and character checks taking longer than expected. If you've lived in multiple countries, the government wants to know you weren't part of an underground squirrel smuggling ring in Brazil or something. Even minor legal issues from years ago could delay things. To avoid this, here's what you need to do at the beginning of your visa journey. Upload everything. Be generous. Flood the system with love letters, bills with both your names, holiday photos, chat histories, even that awkward poem you wrote during lockdown. Immigration loves evidence like Instagram loves influencers. Use the document checklist. It's there for a reason. Don't be that person who thinks, I'll upload this later, and then forgets forever. Get good Form 888s. Choose friends or family who can write more than "they're a good couple." They have a dog. That won't cut it. You need drama, emotion, at least one paragraph where someone cries while writing. Double-check police checks. Make sure they're current and official. If you lived abroad, order international police checks early. They can take forever. Health checks. Get them done when asked, not 2 months later because you forgot your Medicare login. Now here's where things get really interesting and sometimes frustrating. Even if you do everything right, your visa might still take longer than the average. Why? Because the government processes some visas based on priority. For instance, if your partner is an Australian citizen and you've got a child together, your application may get faster attention. But if your application is more complex, say if you've been married for a shorter time or had previous visa issues, it may take longer. And don't expect an explanation. The department won't send you a cute handwritten note saying, "Sorry we're late, your file slipped behind the printer." You'll just wait, and wait, and wait. But what should you do if your visa goes beyond even the 90% time frame? First, don't panic. You're not forgotten. You can submit a general inquiry via IME account to gently nudge them. Don't send angry emails in all caps. That won't help. Keep it polite, calm, and clear. You can also contact your local MP. Yes, politicians can help. Just make sure they don't pass your email straight to their intern. And for the love of sanity, don't submit a second application while the first one is still pending. That's like sending a second Tinder message when the first hasn't been read yet, desperate and confusing. Also, don't fall into the trap of comparing timelines with strangers online. Some people will say, "We got ours in 8 months," while you're in month 20 chewing your fingernails. Every case is different. You don't know if they're in a different queue, have different circumstances, or maybe the immigration officer just really liked their dog's name. Here's a bonus tip: keep your information updated. If you move house, change your passport, break up, or anything major happens, let them know. A surprise phone number change can cause more delays than you think. Now, let's get back to the funny side of this journey. You know you've been waiting too long for your partner visa when you start referring to your IME account as "my baby." You refresh your email so often, your keyboard is missing the F5 key. You start dreaming in visa categories. Subclass 309 walked into a bar. You set romantic date nights around filling forms. "Babe, tonight we upload the joint bank statement." But in all seriousness, getting a 309 partner visa is a big deal. It's about love, commitment, and building a life together. The waiting sucks, the process is confusing, and the government diagrams look like someone designed them in Microsoft Paint, but eventually you'll get there. And when that grant notification comes through, trust me, you'll scream, cry, dance, and probably screenshot it 34 times just in case. Until then, hang in there. Gather your documents. Build your evidence folder. Practice patience. And maybe buy yourself a cookie every time you check your IME account and it still says received. You've got this.